Hi guys, welcome to Investing with JYK, and today we'll talk about L brands again. So I made a video on L brands a while ago when it was something like 33-ish or something. Now it's down to 27, and the fact that the stock price is down doesn't really worry me that much, but um, there's something that I see that gets me quite worried, and I decided to give it one more quarter to see. Um, Actually, I'm more thinking like in terms of like holiday season. So two more quarters. Hopefully, it will turn around. If it doesn't turn around in two more quarters, I'm going to sell out this position. Um, so it just reported earnings recently, and the earning was better than expected, but the guidance was down and the stock crashed. And the other thing is Victoria's Secret keeps deteriorating. So I think this is one lesson that I learned. I really don't know the whole fashion stuff. Like this is way too complicated for me. Um, but yeah, so if you look at um, some trends, you can see that even though revenue wasn't going down that much, you can see the profit margin started declining since 2016. The profit margin is now down to 7%, which is bad. So profit margin going down can either be because they spend a bunch of money in R&D or whatever. I don't know what this R&D in bra, but um, that's one way that could impact profit margin. The other way is when your gross margin is going down, and that is what I see here. You can see the gross margin also started going down. It actually went down like close to 4% since, and this is trailing annual. So if you look at quarterly, it's probably going to be even worse. Let's see if we can do we can't do quarterly. But anyway, so that is what's going on, and that's very worrying. And so the signs that I'll be looking for is for the next quarters really is gross margin should stop deteriorating and revenue should stop deteriorating. So those are the two things I'm really watching for. And uh, because of these, and then their asset turnover probably didn't change that much. Their revenue is basically flat. There was a dip, and the revenue started increasing, but this increase in revenue is accompanied by a decreasing gross margin, which is actually pretty bad. And if you look at the actual revenue, the net income numbers, it was last year at 1.16, and this year is less than $1 billion, so it's down like 16% in terms of earnings. And yeah, so ROIC went down, but 20% ROIC is some crazy number, so it's very respectable. Anything above 15 or even 10% ROIC is nothing to scoff at. So that is what I see the problem was. I thought they would turn around already, but they didn't. It keeps deteriorating. This quarter compared to the last quarter, it was down, I don't know, maybe like 1 point or something. And yeah, oh, whoops. Financials. If let's look at this, right? So if we do quarterly and this quarter, the gross margin. Can we do margin here? No, can't do margin here. But we can try. 944 divided by 1, sorry, 2626. So 36%. The previous quarter is 2040 divided by 2442. But I think that's that. This thing doesn't include the newest number, maybe. Yeah, it probably doesn't include the newest number yet. But let's look at Seeking Alpha then. I definitely saw earning problems. Let's do the, oops, it's a 10K. Wait, it definitely had a Q2 number. Yeah. What is wrong? Press release. Gross profit. Okay. So yeah, gross profit is 1056045 divided by 2983849. And it's yeah, it's like 35%. It's slightly lower. 13 weeks, yes. So it was slightly lower than the previous quarter. So that's something that's the margin is still compressing, even though this arguably the rate of compression has slowed down quite a bit. And the other thing that I worry about is the debt might be increasing soon. Well, the debt has been increasing, but they might not be able to afford their dividend soon. If you look at their free cash flow yield is 8%, and their dividend yield is 10%. So they're paying out more in dividend than free cash flow. That's never sustainable, even though the payout ratio is less than 1 at the moment. So yeah, I am just gonna watch for another 2 quarters, and hopefully this thing turns around. If it doesn't, I'm gonna sell, and regardless of how much money I may lose on this stock, if you know this is a mistake, you have to sell it. Do I know I've made a mistake yet? Not entirely. I'm still thinking that the brands are pretty good. Bed and Bath Works, I think that thing is doing pretty well. Don't know what the hell is going on with Pink. Victoria's Secret. I mean, I'm starting to hear like interest in China, and there are a couple of people that I know that currently live in China are getting interested in the brand. So maybe there's hope. And yeah, that'll be it. And see you next time.